Hey there, Winter making a video response to the Boosty Boy on different skills in party creation. Now, I watched Runeslinger's video response already and read some of those comments on both. I also saw that Andrew put up a video just now. I don't have the time to watch it right now. I'm actually leaving for a Dungeon Crawl Classics game that I'm running very soon. So I'm gonna just get out what I have to say right now. Um, I'm sure it's a very good video. I'll watch it later. But yeah, the concept of metagaming, I think a couple of people there in that group have taken the definition and stretched it way too far, leaving very little room to maneuver. Uh, it's not, you cannot metagame at character creation. The definition does not fit. Character creation is a completely different process from the actual game. When you are creating a character, there is no game yet. You're preparing for the game. Um, uh, Asking for other people what they want to play, what class they have, what abilities they have, even what skills they have. This is what I consider to be sensible, first off, and considerate. Yeah, it's having good manners as a player and as a friend. Uh, and because there are loads of games out there where party balance is important. If you play a dungeon crawl, not classics, mind you, but could be, but where you go deeper and deeper and you run into all sorts of monsters and traps, well, you need someone to handle the traps. You need someone to heal people. And the game assumes that you have those bases covered. You don't need to gimp your party or your characters in order to create additional challenge as if you're trying to play in hardcore mode. It's not necessary. If the game master knows what they're doing, they will make challenges for you. That's not to say that you can't have weaknesses or flaws. You can, even as an entire group, but you don't have to build towards that. You don't have to strive to it. Uh, yeah, and Ghoster74 had a very good point in text comments talking about an experienced adventurer. So you make this character and imagine that character looking at that group of out of whack people and going, oh my god, they're never going to survive. Why would that character join them? It's suicide. And it's perfectly reasonable. He wouldn't. This is very strange line of thinking. I don't fully understand why this is going on. This is not even a difference between new school or old school, whatever. This is just very strange to me. As for playing the same class as someone else, well, neither of the players have to change the class or role, but they have to both work to differentiate themselves somehow. Um, Through character background, of course, appearance helps. Uh, Maybe even if they have the same class in D&D, they go slightly different route. For example, a wizard is easy enough. Different spell selection, different spell school to specialize in. But even a straightforward fighter, there are loads of feats in that game. Works just fine. But there should be an understanding about the niche protection. Um, because roles can get very blurred and unclear without it. Uh, Niche protection means that there's this character that has a certain skill set, certain abilities, and because they are the only person in the group that can do that, or at least do that very well, they are needed in the party. And so the player feels useful. And this prevents frustration, which is a huge thing. And now this should be optional. People can diversify if they want. That's fine. But if you have, for example, 3 thieves or rogues in a group, and all of them have the same skill set and so on, and yeah, very quickly, all of those guys will probably start to feel like, yeesh, I can't do anything really. I'm just one of the rogues now. I can't do anything that's really special to me. Uh, if we run into a lock, uh, the other guys just go one of the thieves, and yeah, it's sort of. I mean, you don't have to make a sort of overly balanced party, but this should come into consideration, and this is something. The main reason why I started making a deal with my groups that we would create characters together around the same table at the same time, so that there could be a discussion going on, and people could bounce off ideas of each other, and create all sorts of ties before the play even begins, that, oh, they're related, or they're friends, or they're old war buddies, army buddies, whatever. Uh, yeah, because it's part of being a good team player. I mean, the players have to get along. That's You can't get around that. The characters, well, they don't have to agree on everything, but they should be built together in a way that makes sense, and assures that no one is sort of, how should I put this? No one is getting their toes stepped on right out of the gate. You know? Yeah. I mean, I can say with great certainty that if I tried that kind of character creation where there could be no where everyone went their separate ways, created their characters pretty much in secret, and came to the table, and none of my players would really enjoy that. And yeah, I mean, I understand sort of if they said that just because someone creates a certain class, that doesn't mean you can't, but it gives incentive to create something different, something that feels yours, that it belongs to you. In this group, I'm this. It just helps. Um, yeah, but it's very, very strange reaction where they think that there can be metagaming in character creation. I don't really understand it. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but those are my opinions and experiences. Hope you found them useful somehow. Any comments, leave them below or in a video response, and I will get back to you. So, I'm off to run a game. Have a nice day. Bye.